technique for you today called the ID. Now the ID is all about keeping a personal texture and a personal movement to each model or each client's hair. Now the idea behind it really is to create a lighter illusion through the middle areas of the haircut and a slightly darker perimeter so you can see the way that the texture is actually working within the shape that the haircut's been placed into. Really simple with the sectioning pattern. We work with a really large triangle shape through the top. We work with a second triangle shape through the back area. We have subsections of triangles on either side. And now each sections are actually slightly changed with their application of colour. The underneath, you can either work with more of a solid application or colour from roots to ends, or you can work it slightly deeper at the roots, out to slightly lighter towards the ends. But the key are the two little panels on either side. If you take them lighter, it creates the definition within the internal shape. Top sections, we place a slightly deeper root, out to lighter ends to create a really loose texture through all the way through this top area. Really simple, but again, keeping it simple means that it can travel from country to country. It also means it can travel from client to model, back into sort of any shape you want to put it into. Okay, I'll talk to you a little bit more about it when Eamon comes back to me afterwards. Thank you.
Thank you, Jane. Okay, we've got the colours going on, and obviously we're going to get the colours back at the end as well. So the guys are racing through, so I'm going to concentrate on them at first. Come over to you, Mr. Jason Gray.
Hey, good afternoon, welcome. Okay, the look we're working on from our collection is known as the Fuse. The Fuse centres itself around constructive modernism. We take our heritage reference from the word construction from 1985, and then the modernism is where we're going with it. We want to create a very scratched effect throughout the technique, utilising colours and a very sort of clandestine quality, so they're very secretive in the way they move around the hair. It's all about texture and form and how we bring the colour to life. We're using pastel violet and then working with a soft tangerine and a crab apple just to merge these colours into the hair and really bring texture to life. Something that's very Tony and Guy, something that's an integral part of our heritage. Thank you.
Okay, thank you, Jason. Coming straight over to you, this is Miss Michaela Oravetti.
Hello everyone. So today I'm working with the technique of the bleach, which is a very good technique that you can use on a short haircut, which is the shortest of the collection. It takes inspiration from the 80s. So it's got elements of an undercut and a lot of texture. So how we work in the colour is basically giving the idea of what they used to do with the photographic editing during the 80s, and not so much with the colour, and recreate that kind of a flash of light at the front, but also on the surface. So what we're working is interior shading and surface shading. As a sectioning pattern, very, very simply, we're working with a waved halo, so we separate the top and the bottom of the hair. And what we work is the same colour on the roots, which is our midnight sky, so it's like a very dark bluey shade. And also creating the shading that we can see in the mid area with a deep purple. So what we're going to do is carry on with our halo section, dropping the hair natural fall, and then placing the detail at the front on the mid-band, and on the side more toward the end. So you can see more of the disconnection between the length and the undercut. So we're working now with the colour on the roots and placing everything forward. I will be back to you to show you how to create your shading. Thank you.
Okay, thank you very much, Michaela.